I don't think that what I'm doing here needs to be addressed.
This may be a tough one.
When I got here, I saw Mike needed help.
I think Freddie, he might learn something from what I'm doing.
You know, I'm curious to watch it run, Freddie. There's a lot of moving parts here. There's about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of gold. It's a bad sign.
If there's 9 pieces in a pan, that could be millions.
I brought my wife and kids, so this needs to work out well.
Shark. Oh.
You all right?
Yeah.
This mountain is my life.
This is all he has. He has no one else up here.
This place is where my heart is.
Good to be with my buddy in his home state of Nevada.
So what do you know about Miner Mike?
He's been at it for a long time.
So he's a seasoned miner.
Sometimes it takes us coming in before they're willing to shut down for a day or two to fix stuff because they just want to keep making gold, you know. This might be our first mine intervention, Wano.
Fredi and Huan are in the Snake Mountain Range, south of Nevada's Great Basin, en route to a struggling claim run by veteran miner Mike Stevens. Gold was discovered here in the 1860s by miners on their way west to California. Historically seen as big gold country, in 1865, a 25-pound gold nugget worth over $500,000 today was discovered a few miles north of Mike's claim.
It's beautiful here, huh?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
For nearly 3 decades, Mike has made a living hunting nuggets here. But struggles of the past 2 seasons threaten to sink more than just his own livelihood.
Come on.
Will Mercy.
Will?
Mike,
Nice to meet
Will.
you.
Will.
Yes, sir.
And Mike, I assume.
What's a cool-looking little plant you got here?
Thank you. It's a work in progress.
So is it just you 2 guys out here right now?
Right now, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
How much gold have you done this year?
Well, we just got started so far. Bad year would be 100 ounces.
We need 4 ounces a day, and we're just not getting it.
Well, this is my 28th season up here. You know, there was nothing here. I built this place from experience. And I didn't open up a textbook. No one told me how to do this. It was all from experience. The resulting operation is all things that work.
What seem to be the main issues? What do you need out of this?
Thanks for coming, but right now, we do a pretty good job on catching everything with about a 2% loss. So Will's the one that called you in.
I'm on my 2nd season in Nevada with this great guy, but there's a lot of things that I'm seeing that need a lot of help. He doesn't want to accept the fact that he's probably throwing gold away. He's real big on catching nuggets. I think we're not focusing on the other gold that we could be capturing. If there's any way that we could get y'all out here to give us a hand, we could probably get this thing dialed in and make more money.
There's a lot of things that I saw right when I got here that I didn't even know how to fix.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we're losing a lot of money.
Okay.
Will joined the operation 2 seasons ago.
Mike was looking for a partner to come up and help him with his mine. So I contacted him, and next thing I know, I brought my family across the country to do some mining. When I got here, I saw Mike needed help. I could see there's a lot of problems. If Fredi and Huan didn't come this week to help to get his mine more productive and catching more gold, I don't know that Mike would be able to sustain mining. And, you know, I get it, but, you know, I brought my wife and kids, so that's a lot of mouths to feed.
Well, you got any of your gold with you?
I do. It's, this stuff is near and dear to me. So
We won't steal it, promise.
I'd like you to see some of the typical stuff we get up here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Very chunky.
Yeah, nice.
In the 28 years I've been doing this, I would put it the certainty at about 100% that I've thrown away a large nugget, something very big that would make my eyes water.
Concentrate on your small stuff. I'd rather have a bucket of that than
Oh, yeah.
a bucket of those, to be honest with you.
Well,
Less
I'd
airspace.
rather have a bucket of both.
That's right. Yeah. Well, show us around your plant, guys.
Okay, how about we start at the beginning?
Works for me.
I think that when they see it, they're going to respect what I've done. I do things a little differently here than most placer operations do. But maybe Freddie and Huan can figure a way out to catch those nuggets. This is my Cat 773 haul truck.
I think he's gonna be a little guarded because this is his baby. This is all he has. He has no one else up here. He has his excavators, his rock truck, and his trommel.
I cut 1,700 holes in there with the torch. Diamond shape. Diamond shape seemed to work best instead of round. Does a really good job.
And I think anyone trying to make a change to it, I think he might be a little stubborn.
It used to be gear driven, and a couple of years ago, 14 teeth snapped off of it. So instead of trying to repair that, I just ripped the gear off and then put a drive system in and driving it with a tire.
Yeah.
So that works great.
Well, what do you think? Let's run it for 4 hours and see how much gold you get.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Right on.
They may see some things that may not work in their minds, but after a little bit of explanation, I think that Freddie, he might learn something from what I'm doing. Now, I'm not a rookie, and I believe I know the ground. I know how to catch gold.
Let's go!
Get some gold!
First bucket, Huan.
Hope we can get lucky with some gold today. Woohoo!
28 years ago, Mike gave up his job as an electrician to hunt for gold.
I was making good money, insurance benefits and whatnot. And I said, it's time to go. It's time to stop this for a little while. You just take a little vacation. I drove through this area and I started seeing these mountains, and the very first thing that came to my mind was, there's gold there. I decided I was gonna make a living in these mountains and I was gonna get this gold that's in the ground out of it. It was a learning experience. This is the real deal out here. There's nobody standing behind you showing you how to do this. And I had to learn it all right from scratch.
Mike spent nearly 3 decades building this mine into not just his livelihood, but also his home.
This is my life, what I do here. I want to keep doing it forever. To live out in the country and look at God's creation every day.
You know, I'm curious to watch it run, Freddie. There's a lot of moving parts here.
Yeah. You know, it's been around a while. This may be a tough one.
Yeah.
You know, without rebuilding their plant.
It would take us 2-3 weeks just to get everything redone.
He's worried he may be losing big nuggets. We need to start with what's going to get him the most gold in his pocket in the time that we're here.
Mike feeds pay dirt into the 1940s converted asphalt dryer he uses as a trommel. Large rocks pass out the end, where Will collects them in a waiting dump truck. The small material caught by the trommel passes down through a series of pipes into a jig. Anything smaller than 1/8 of an inch should fall through the jig screen and into Mike's first sluice run. The larger material passes into a 9-inch wide chute, which funnels into a repurposed oil barrel. Calling this a dewatering barrel, Mike punched holes into the drum so when it spins, the material gets broken up and dried out. This finest material then passes down through the holes and into his last chance sluice boxes.
You know, it's a little rough, but you know, he's got it set up the way he wants it.
Mike believes this plant's still very productive, but there's a lot of problems. You know, it's not that Mike's stubborn, it's just, hey, we'll get to it, we'll get to it, we'll get to it. It's patch, patch, patch. You know, just let's go, let's go, let's go.
Kind of a crapshoot. We've been running this plant for so many years. So many things worn out. We fix them when we have time.
Look at that sluice down there. We're only here for a week, so just trying to look and see if there's any things that we can help him recover more gold with. And he's doing a pretty good job.
You know, honestly, the big chunky gold he has, it's easy to catch.
Easy to catch those nuggets.
Yeah, it's the fine gold you got to worry about.
So maybe the bottom box, that little guy,
What are you thinking?
it's got all nugget riffles in there. They're just plugged right solid.
Yeah. That's something we're going to have to address. Just keep on looking.
This little chute here, that really isn't going to do anything the way he's got it set up. You know, with the amount of water you got coming off here, there's got to be some fine gold in there too.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Pulling out all kinds of big rock. Big rock means big gold.
This dewatering trommel, it's just getting backed up. We can fix that.
We'll figure something out to keep those holes cleaned out.
Keep from getting blinded up.
The dewatering trommel spins water off the wet rocks and reroutes any material that is 3/16 of an inch or less into the last chance sluice. Anything larger is sent up the conveyor to the tailings pile.
I'll keep looking around. You want to start panning?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it and see what we're losing.
Okay.
Juan will sample the tailings out of the dewatering trommel, where, if Mike's right about catching 98% of his gold, there should be nothing but clean gravel.
And there's gold in it. So right there, there's about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of gold. One of them's actually pretty sizable. The other 8, they're not real big, but they're there. It's a bad sign. You know, that dewatering screen, what we're doing there, I think we're actually creating kind of a muddy mess, and we're actually pushing it out the tailings conveyor. We're never even having a chance to be able to sluice it.
Last bucket. One more.
Hoping to see some big nuggets. Come on, big gold.
Shut it down.
Now, Mike, so I panned some of your tailings coming on that conveyor. Out of one pan, it was 3/4 full, about 9 pieces in it.
Freaking dumping gold.
They're little, but they're there.
I'm shocked.
That's out of one pan.
Whoa.
We send pans through all day, every day.
Damn.
If there's 9 pieces in a pan going up, that could be millions.
Heartbroken?
Don't be heartbroken. That's why we're here, Mike. Freddie and I were here. We want to help as best we can. I'm just hoping that he's going to be open to changes, you know? What's going on, Mike?
Today was quite a shocking day. When I saw the gold that was in the conveyor, it's made my belly churn a little bit.
Honestly, you got a lot of it down. You know, you've done a lot of work out here, and you did all this with your money.
This mountain is my life, and I put my heart and soul into this place. I met my ex-wife, and we got married. So I took her daughter under my wing and did the best I could to be her father. And, you know, I worked really hard to be that person in her life that was solid. But when she was 19, she passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's a tough thing, man. That's a tough thing.
Shortly thereafter, I got divorced, so lost my wife, lost my daughter. So this place is where my heart is. This has been my crutch.
Yeah.
That's real.
No.
Real. Man. It's a big concern that I've invested my life, I've given up my career to be out here. Like right now, I need help.
Honestly, this mine's more than just a mine for him. This is what's holding him together. This is his purpose. This is his reason for being right now. So we really got to pull out all the stops and help him out as much as we can.
Time to weigh some gold up, huh?
Yeah, this is the gold we got from that 4-hour run.
Dump her in.
To cover the soaring cost of fuel, repairs, and make a profit,
There's some dust
Chunky
in there.
stuff in there.
Mike needs around 4 ounces per day.
And dust.
Some fine stuff too.
This 4-hour test must deliver no less than 2 ounces.
There's
And then-
1.37,
Drop that guy in there too.
1.60.